Hey people, got another NU match here. This one's against HeroOrganizer. He's a pretty famous YouTube battler, like, 700-800 subs. Link in the description, check him out. So, he starts off with a Typhlosion, I start with Jump Off. And for some random reason I don't understand, I predicted him to not be Scarfed. I don't know why. 99% of all Typhlosion leads are Scarfed. I just predicted him not to be, and I'm right. So I put him to sleep, switch out so I can set up my Toxic Spikes, but he gets the first turn weak, and he gets the Will-O-Wisp off, which isn't terrible. It is kind of annoying, but it isn't terrible. My Earthquake won't be doing crap all, but, not too bad. So, I'm pretty sure I set up one layer of Toxic Spikes just there as he went for a sub, which I'm assuming that was what he tried to do first turn, predicting me to switch to something, I don't know. So I roar him out, and he brings in a Carnivine, which for some reason has Levitate. That's never made any sense to me at all, but it does. So it doesn't get hurt by Toxic Spikes, and this Carnivine is kind of a pain, really. So I go out to Jump Left, take the Seed Bomb, and I go for a Sleep Powder. I don't know why I do anything for that actually, because it was obvious he was probably going to switch. Typhlosion gets poisoned, so therefore can't be put to sleep, but oh well. So I bring out my Fleurs. And as you can probably tell by the title of this battle, Fleurs was just awesome in this match. I really, really love this poke. So he goes for Focus Blast, it does absolutely nothing, and I go for my Wish. Now, I can't remember what I do after this. I know that I did get a Flash Fire boost on the switch in Sick Flamethrower, so I could go for a Fire Fang, or I could go for a probably switch. I can't remember. I do switch and I go into my boobies. That's right, to get the to get my health back from Wish. So he brings out an Exploud, and this is a poke you don't see very often. I know they're nearly always choiced and they're nearly always special. Don't know what he wants to do. I think he might Ice Beam, but I go into Jump Luff anyway, and he does Ice Beam. And for the third match in a row, Jump Luff just gets, wrecked. But oh well, it served its purpose, kind of. So, I go out to this knowing it's probably locked into Ice Beam, and I go for a Superpower, because if he does stay in, because he probably will have Surf, so if he wasn't choiced, Superpower would have done a lot of damage. Doesn't quite take out the Typhlosion, and I'm probably just going to Wish as he dies to Poison, and I do, so that's what I'm going to do there. So that is his Typhlosion down, and it's 5-5. Now, I think he brings out a Medicham here. No, he brings out a Marowak. And obviously Marowak carries Thick Club, which gives it 500 and something attack. So I know he could go either for the Earthquake or the Rock Slide. I predict the Rock Slide because the Earthquake's too obvious. So I go to my Sandslash. And I get all my health back, so that didn't really matter too much, and yeah. Went for a Super Fang, kind of expecting him to stay in, or else if I knew he was going to switch, I'd have probably got up my Rocks. And if memory serves, I don't actually set up Rocks at any point in this match, which is not like me. So, yeah. I predict the Sleep Powder, go into Jump Luff. No, you're not Jump Luff, you're my boobs. Go into them. And problem is, now that I'm in, I can't actually do anything. I set up my second layer of Toxic Spikes, which proves to be huge later on. And he goes for the Leech Seed. And I'm guessing, I don't know, maybe Carnivine doesn't have too big a HP, because he gets a lot back, because I am max HP, so he gets a lot back from leftovers. And after leftovers and Leech Seed, he's pretty much getting back everything I'm giving him with Super Fang. And he's setting up stockpiles. So this is not good. I can't remember what I do. If I was playing this match right now, I'd go for the Roar. So that's probably what I do. What do I do? He goes for the stockpile again. I'm pretty sure I must go for the raw here. Anything else would be just stupid. Yep, I do. He hadn't seen the raw yet, so probably didn't think I had it. So that was nice. And unfortunately, my BBs are almost dead. But I do have wish support, so you know, nothing's too big of a... Well, actually, no, he's probably going to die. But, oh well. I go for... Yeah, he's going to die. I go for the Super Fang just to get a bit of... to get to wear this Marowak down, because the Marowak, although it's not very fast, it's hard to kill, and it can probably one-hit KO quite a lot of my team. So I go up to Flareon, and I go for my Protect. Just because the reason this Flareon works so well is it has Protect. Coupled with Wish and Toxic Spike, it's just awesome. Plus the whole 130 base attack. It's a cool thing. So I predict the Earthquake now, go into my Shed Ninja, which obviously will take nothing from it. And I now predict the Rock Slide and go into Sand Slash. He predicts this, good play on his part, goes for the Earthquake. But my Sand Slash, you know, monster, takes less than half from a Marowak's Earthquake. Which is great, and Marowak dies. Now he goes out into his Exploud. Really wonder why it's called Music Store. I don't know, it's quite a... I'm looking at it, I'm thinking... Oh well, Loudred's based on speakers, but you know... Anyway, random. Back to point. He predicts my switch to Flareon and goes for the Surf. I was under the impression it was Specs, because it did quite a bit to me, but... I find out after the battle it's Scarfed, but you know it still doesn't do a lot to my Flareon, which is why Flareon is awesome. Flareon's often said to be the worst of the evolutions. It's just so not. Anyone who says that just isn't using it right. He brings out Medicham. I know he's going to be Scarfed, so I predict to see what move he's going to lock himself into. He switches straight out. I'm pretty sure he predicted to switch to Shed Ninja there. And he went out to his Exploud, which would have a move to kill me. I was thinking Fire Blast at the time. He switches into Carnivine. So I go for the Fire Fang, praying firstly that I was quicker than it, because Flareon is pretty damn slow. Turns out Carnivine's even friggin' slower, with like a base speed of 48. But thankfully, I am faster, but it doesn't die. Because of low base power of Fire Fang. And I'm guessing it's a bulky Carnivine, but thankfully he misses the Sleep Powder, which is pretty big, I'm not going to lie. But it does only have 75 base accuracy. My Jumpluff has Wide Lens and it still misses all the time, so it was unlucky for him, but what can you do? I managed to kill it off with the Superpower. Brings in Medicham. I protect to see what he's going to lock himself into. I go out to my Shed Ninja. He predicts that nicely and goes out to his Exploud. I stay in because I have my Sash. He actually goes for a Shadow Ball. I thought he'd have Fire Blast. He probably still does have Fire Blast. He just went with Shadow Ball because better accuracy. But I live and I kill him with X-Scissor. So he brings out Medicham now, and I'm thinking he's bluffing. He hasn't got anything to hit me. He's probably got Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, Psycho Cut, Break, along those lines. Nothing to hit me. He was bluffing. His Psycho Cut does nothing. So I'm able to Shadow Sneak for a huge damage, and then just kill him out with a X-Scissor. And he goes on to his last guy, which is Gastrodon. And this is where the Toxic Spikes were huge. I predicted he Toxic and go into my Survivor. And I have a nice little surprise on this Survivor, which I have just for Gastrodons, Quagsires, that type of thing, and that's Giga Drain. But because of the stockpile, as well as no stab, it does under half, which is kind of annoying. And he goes for the Ice Beam, and he gets a Freeze. I'm not going to complain too much, just because he did miss a Sleep Powder, so, you know, he was unlucky. And I do have Shed Skin, so, you know, there's a small chance I'm going to thaw out. Well, actually, it's a pretty big chance, because you should thaw out at some point, you know, Shed Skin. Should happen. My camera cut out a little bit there, you might have noticed, just because I don't know why it did. Back to that. So I'm just staying in here, hoping to thaw out, because if I can get a Giga Drain off, I can recover a lot of my HP, and I can just kill him, basically. But as you can probably tell if you've ever watched my battles and know I have terrible luck, I don't fall out and I die. But the good news is, all that time of trying to get forward, the toxic damage is really racking up. So I go out into my Shed Ninja now, and I go for the sword stance just because I thought he was going to recover. He toxics me, which, in case you didn't know, toxic will automatically kill Shed Ninja. He told me after the battle he didn't know that, because he obviously hadn't fought a Shed Ninja before, or hadn't toxic one, but he said he wouldn't have wasted his Medicham if he'd have known that, so it was quite unlucky on his part. At least if he ever comes against a Shed Ninja, he won't make the same mistake again. The fact that he toxicked me means he didn't have a chance to recover, so he's at low HP. Bring in Flareon, go for a superpower, and that is good game. So, in conclusion, Flareon is awesome. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the battle. If you did, please press the like button, subscribe, all that stuff. Hopefully, my next battle will be a Gen 5 battle, which I've had. And yeah, see you all next time.